What up, everybody? I'm back. I've been away for a while. I've been busy. Holidays, family, you know how it goes. It's just life. But I'm here. I'm here for you. Dick is in the spot. Welcome to Dictate the Day, by the way. I really appreciate you. I got a good one today. Some of these clips, I can't even explain. I just got to show them to you. They're like that, okay? I got something to tell you, too. There's been some weird stuff going on in my, in my algorithm, in my accounts. Are they tracking me? I don't know what's going on, y'all. But I'll tell you about it. We'll get into it. But you know how I like to do it. Listen to the music. Feel the vibe. Bring you some amazing entertainment. Remember, this is all just entertainment, y'all. Nothing too serious, just to give you something to ponder throughout your day. 100% entertainment, all right? I really hope you're taking your day. I hope to give you the encouragement, the enthusiasm to take the day. Dictate the day. Dictate the day, everybody. All right. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into this, shall we? All right, let me bring up my split screen here. Ooh, my bad. Never mind the man behind the curtain. All right. This first clip, it's real short. I was debating on whether or not to show it, but I feel like if you could do me a favor, and maybe you're from this part of the world because this is like New Zealand or something, maybe you can explain what this is, because I know in that parts of the world, the wildlife, the plant life, it's extremely different. But what is this? This is TikTok. The name of this TikTok is A Heart Singing Hallelujah. Hallelujah. But I have no idea how to even explain what this is. I got some theories, but I'd like for you to chime in if you've got a better thought process on this. Watch this.
Yeah. What are you?
What is that?
That looks like a gigantic spider.
Or half a sea monster.
What if it is like... Yeah. What are you?
Is that...
That looks like a gigantic spider.
Is that a plant? It's got spots on it. I have no idea. And I wouldn't get any closer.
Yeah. What are you?
It does kind of look like a spider. But...
That looks like a gigantic spider.
All right. I don't know. Yeah, the hashtag just say Sea Monster New Zealand. What are you? And then it says Auckland, so maybe that's close to Auckland, New Zealand, the largest city there. I don't know. Yeah, here we go. Next one.
CIA.
This is the Maverick approach. Love it. They're talking about, entertainment stuff. Time travel. Tesla. And, watch this.
At a program called Project Pegasus.
Did this have anything to do with QTEL? Basically, they fund all the technology for CIA.
DARPA.
Yeah.
Basically, think of it like this. DARPA is an arm of the government that is the sword and the shield. So they create military weapons, defense systems, also a lot of offensive systems and whatnot. In Marvel, they have something called SHIELD. It's like CIA with DARPA mixed in, and the NSA as well. They have no governance. They work outside of presidents and Congress. They pretty much approve anything they want. They have something called the black budget, where they have unlimited funding to where they can pretty much, hey, we want to fund this. We don't have to listen to Congress. We don't have to listen to the president.
That's who the government really
That's
is,
the
and
real
not
government.
this puppet show.
Tesla, they had all his works, and when he died, probably killed him.
Definitely.
Took all his works, and his family wanted all his works and said, hey, we own all that work. We're next of kin.
Mhm.
He had 80 boxes. They give 60 boxes back. So where are those other 20 boxes? In those works, they found something to where he basically discovered time travel and teleportation. They're all one and the same, because if you can teleport, in theory, you can go from different times in space and time. They found out that the younger you are, the more flexible your mind is.
Gate program.
Exactly. This is why they had a gate program in school.
Wow. That's why there's an attack on the family, right? Because if you have the broken family, there's no solid ground, right? No deciphering.
They were sending kids back in time. The one kid, this is all documented. He goes to the Gettysburg Address to see Lincoln speak. He noticed a flash when he was there. Somebody took his picture. Now, a historian goes to the archives, back to the Gettysburg Address, and looks for this same kid. And he is there at the Gettysburg Address because he has a 70s haircut.
No way.
Yes.
So crazy.
Oversized boots. He was alone in the picture. They were like, who is this kid with a 70s haircut? Turns out it was him. And then not only that, they sent kids back in time to the same place multiple times, and they were running into themselves. So they were told by the CIA, hey, don't touch yourself because it'll cause a paradox.
Little Back to the Future. It's always in the movies.
It's always
Remember those videos or those pictures that came out? The dude with the iPhone. Was it
Yeah.
a video?
Was there?
I've seen a lady with a phone.
With the
I
phone.
saw that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a lady, but also that picture, he looked like a Gen Z guy.
Yeah, he did.
So if time travel ever existed, it's always existed. Because people are like, oh, time travel can't be possible. Well, maybe one day it will be. Well, that's the case. It already does exist.
Shout out Maverick Approach. I do think that there is, just my thoughts, my theories, entertainment. Time travel, if it is possible, if something like this has been discovered or being worked on, they ain't gonna tell us. I mean, this brings up, the first thing I thought of was that Mike Tyson fight where there's a cell phone in it that doesn't exist for like 12 years into the future, but somebody's holding up a cell phone and recording what looks like a cell phone recording the Tyson fight. I think it was with McNeely. But yeah, if you do any research on like Tesla's discoveries and whatnot and how, people got their hands on his stuff before, no. I'll let you do your own research and make your own decisions, if you will. But there's a measure of control and hiding there, I think. All right, check out this next one.
Have you heard about this? Finland made a breakthrough with wireless electricity. They've apparently been able to move power throughout the air without cables. Now, some of you may think this sounds pretty familiar, and if you do, that's because it does. Inventor Nikola Tesla actually had the exact same idea a while ago where he wanted to pump electricity throughout the air wirelessly. His theory, however, was shot down by other scientists, classified as pseudoscience, and then defunded by JP Morgan suddenly. But now that Finland is trying to achieve the exact same type of technology that was talked about by Tesla years ago, it's time to ask the real questions like why he was really defunded and why his theories were classified as pseudoscience. Now, if you ask me, a simple explanation for this is that there were big corporations that did not want people getting electricity for free at that time. They wanted them to pay for it, so they had Nikola Tesla's project shut down. But I think there's an even deeper reasoning behind it, because there is some evidence that the ancient pyramids were built to function similarly to Nikola Tesla's tower. And if that is the case, and the ancient Egyptians actually had wireless electricity, then it not only changes everything we thought we knew about the past, but also where we can expect to go in the future. Have you heard about this? Finland made a breakthrough with wireless electricity.
That was one of the big things that Tesla was working, in his research, was this energy in the ether, or whatever you want to call it. Shout out to Don't Ghost Me. Awesome channel on TikTok. Check him out. But you know what makes me think about us as human beings here on, planet Earth, whether it's flat or round, whatever you believe. And whatever you believe as far as like the creator, God, source, Mother Gaia, whatever it is, everything we need to survive is here. And entertainment only, the powers that be have basically stripped us from all those things so they can charge us for it. Food, you know what I mean? we could grow and produce our own food if the land was, easy to get a hold of, and, all that kind of stuff. The energy is in the air if we need it for something. Just a thought, just a theory. We have everything we need to survive and thrive. But the way the system is set up, it's a grind to get and keep anything, and the whole control thing make us think we need them to survive. But do we really? Just a thought. I'm just thinking out loud. Here we go. Next.
A Fox News alert from Brooke Taylor. You won't believe this. DHS is confirming that an Afghan national was arrested Tuesday after posting a video of himself on TikTok indicating he was building a bomb with an intended target of the Fort Worth area. Mohammed Dawood Al-Okazai is charged at the state level with making a terroristic threat. According to DHS, listen to this. He came to the United States as part of Operation Allies Welcome. So here you have it. This happened Tuesday. Texas Department of Public Safety. This is a second Afghan national, second one this week. Operation Allies Welcome. He had a terror plot. We know it comes the same week that deranged individual, that alleged assassin, took out 2 of our heroic National Guard, came here on the same program, Operation Allies Welcome, a program that we were assured time and time again by Mayorkas, by Jen Psaki, by Joe Biden himself was safe and secure. But here we have a second data point in 1 week that it was not safe, it was not secure. And we've got to look very hard at this program as President Trump is vowing to make change. A Fox News alert from Brooke Taylor. You won't believe this. DHS is confirming.
This was a few days ago. I live in the DFW area, and this is crazy. This dude, like they were saying, was brought over here, because we're trying to help the people who need help. I was going to do a whole video just on this because I found the original TikTok where he's talking about doing what he's going to do and all this. Man, I decided not to go into full detail on that because it's a lot of politically charged, and there's all these theories. But I was watching a senator or some Congress hearing, and they're talking about the U.S. gives 40 million. I think they said a month. Maybe it's a year. 40 million, though, to the Taliban. Well, why? Why do we? I don't know. What's going on? Man, I did research on all these sleeper cells and how many are here, and there's an ex-sheriff here in the DFW area that's talking about the Islamic centers and how they have this. Man, I'll let you do your own research. It's pretty dark. But as the next holiday rolls around, which is Christmas, just from my research, and this is just entertainment, pay attention to your surroundings. And if you can, avoid large gatherings. That's all I'm saying. All right? Stay safe, everybody. Good God. Okay, next.
How is it possible for an Amtrak train filled with 253 passengers to just vanish? So get this shit. Allegedly, an Amtrak train leaves St. Louis going to Chicago, and this shit winds up missing. Oh, you don't believe me, right?
Watch this.
Look at this shit. Listen to what this man say.
No other train has passed that train. I do not know if we're going to make it or when we're going to make it. So know when you get on, this is your choice.
You hear that shit?
The train that left from here at 8 o'clock this morning. The train that left St. Louis at 8 a.m.
Listen.
Make it to Chicago, they said. That's a little, and they don't even know, like they lost communication with the train. That's some scary.
That man basically said, you guys can enter this train if you want to. It's not on us. Whatever is going on with these trains don't got shit to do with us. Y'all can get on this train if you want. But we're not saying that you're going to get to your destination safe. So basically a train with 253 people was missing. They lost it. No communication, no nothing. Mind you, they're saying that train could have quote unquote derailed and they didn't even know. Hear this. The train left St. Louis on its way to Chicago and they have no contact with anybody. Nobody at all that was on that train. That shit don't sound right. As soon as I hear more about this shit, I'm gonna let you know what happened. I'm out. How is it possible?
Shout out Expensive Taste, Money Bates. I mean, he's in my top 3 favorite TikTok, you know what I mean, social media influencers, whatever it is. All right, I'm gonna go super entertainment, super theory of conspiracy. There's been all this stuff going on with the planes, right? We had the government shut down, the FAA, you know, what are they called? Man, every time I shoot one of these videos, my mind goes blank. Air traffic controllers, right? You know, because they weren't getting paid, people weren't showing up, planes were janky, it's all stressful during the holiday season. People are afraid to fly these days because of stuff that's going on. So you would choose, okay, I'm going to take a train. It's a little bit of a hassle, you know, but whatever, so we'll take a train. And then this. I'm wondering, this is the rabbit hole stuff, are they just trying to make us afraid to, like, leave our homes? And if so, entertainment, why? What's going on? What is going on? This was from November 30th, this Amtrak situation. In the caption, it says, on November 30th, 2025, Amtrak train 22 traveling from St. Louis to Chicago experienced a mechanical issue approximately 15 miles southwest of Chicago, causing the train to be disabled. The incident resulted in no injuries, and 253 passengers were safely transferred to a charter bus to complete their journey to Chicago. Amtrak is currently investigating the cause of the mechanical failure. But why couldn't they get a hold of any of the people? Like, cell phones don't work? Was the train in a tunnel? Like, what? What? Was this some kind of weird planned thing? You know, I don't know. I'm just thinking. Okay, next. First of all, I apologize for the length on this one. Okay? I've been away for a while, and so I have been collecting, you know, a bunch of cool stuff to watch. Some of it was a little outdated, so I left those out. Here's the other thing I told y'all I was going to talk about. When I do my curations on these, I have this bay of like hundreds of clips that I go back through and, you know, kind of fine tune whatever I want to show. More than half of them were deleted from my bay. I don't even remember what they were. I just went and started checking today and they were gone. That's all I'm saying. What? Okay, here we go. I'm trying to make this quicker because I have a lot of these. Sorry. Here we go.
My team. Warriors. Golden State Warriors, baby. Come on, let's go. What is going on here, mate? Now I know they're good. Check this out.
Watch the ball. Now all of a sudden it's in the other dude's hands.
Did you see that? Green somehow, in some parallel universe, throws that ball to Thompson and nobody sees it, right? He's got the ball.
It teleported.
There. Look.
Watch. Boom.
How?
What the?
Draymond doesn't even move. He doesn't even side shuffle to throw it this way. He doesn't throw it this way. How does he get the ball?
Was it a glitch in the camera? Because if so, it's perfect.
Like, is it a cut? When does he have the ball? Let me see. When does he get the ball? Right, he's not got the ball. Now he's got the ball. It may have been like a quick throw to the right so fast that the camera frame didn't pick it up. No, or it was a cut. Mate, whatever. It's weird. A bounce pass? Somebody said a bounce pass? Was it a bounce pass?
Yeah, but it never hits the floor. He receives it as if it was.
I don't know, mate, but that's amazing. It's amazing. My team.
Shout out Casper Sight. Love that dude too. Definitely in my top 3. Okay, you know what this reminded me of, though? Y'all remember the scene from a Bulls game? I can't remember who they were playing. Where they accuse Michael Jordan of being a shapeshifter because his arm super elongates. Here, check it out. I'll show you. What? Watch him. What the hell? Watch his arm. Go-Go Gadget arm. What the? Mr. Incredible. For real. I know the man is tall and lanky, but what the reptilian shapeshifter? Entertainment. Crazy. That's what it made me think of, though. All right, let's continue.
This has never happened before in recorded history. A whole country this morning woke up to the news I don't think they were ever expecting. For the first time in roughly 10,000 years, this volcano has come back from the dead. And not only did its explosion send ash up to 15 kilometers in the sky, which is significantly higher than commercial airplanes fly at, but this massive plume can be seen from space. Now, while fortunately the volcano is located in northeast Ethiopia, which is one of the hottest and least inhabitable regions on Earth, the emissions are so intense that they're now drifting towards neighboring countries as well. And this thing can be spotted in villages hundreds of kilometers away. Jeez! Happy Monday, Ethiopia! This has never happened before in recorded history. A whole country this morning woke up to the news I don't think they were...
Check it. That's that same volcano. That's Ethiopia. And I believe Mr. Dylan Page there, awesome channel, check him out on TikTok. He said 10,000, and I think it's been updated to an eruption has not occurred for 12,000 years. With all the crazy solar flares, CMEs, the tectonic plate shifts, the earthquakes, the volcanoes, the crazy storms, it's getting crazy out here, y'all. Okay? This next one is, it's that same volcano, like I said, in Ethiopia. Incredible footage of volcanic eruption of a dormant volcano in Ethiopia from a commercial plane. A sight seen for the first time in recorded history. Watch this.
That's the eruption.
It looks like AI, but it's not.
Flying right past it, you can see the lava glowing at the base. It's punching straight through
popping
the
off.
Unbelievable. Oh my.
It's a crazy time to be alive right now, everybody.
Look at that column.
Wow.
We're flying right past it, you can see the lava glowing at the base.
Damn. Next.
Y'all ever look at old school maps and realize that there's mermaids and krakens and fucking sea creatures in the corners? And some of them have depictions of ice walls with actual passageways that lead to maybe other worlds. And don't get me wrong, medieval and Renaissance map drawers were probably relying on sailors' tales to draw these maps. And how those tales and myths blurred with geography, and how today we think of a map as precise and scientific, but back then, a map was as much as an artistic interpretation as a factual guide. Some historians think that the ice walls drawn on these old maps might have just been a practical warning, that wooden ships of the era weren't exactly built to ram through frozen waters. Or maybe they were deliberately drawn to hide what explorers had actually found. Maybe ships did reach lands beyond the frozen edge. You know, instead of drawing the actual fucking coastline, they filled the margins with monsters and icy fortresses, leaving curious eyes to assume it was all dangerous imagination rather than a real hidden world. Or it could have just been map drawers that were bored and didn't like the fact that their ocean was empty, so they had to add a kraken or a mermaid or a sea creature. Or maybe those wild tales of sea serpents and mermaids weren't entirely real, and they're just the result of the sailor's mind fucking losing it after being on endless water for so long. Or maybe they all had untreated syphilis and they were just going crazy out there. Mermaid syphilis, though. Y'all ever look at old school maps and realize that there's
Okay. Consume propaganda and coffee. It's a must. If you're on TikTok, check them out. I love everything about that stuff. But you know, the old school maps with the crazy stuff in the water, sometimes they draw stuff on land and you're like, wow, why would they even draw that? Dragons, sea monsters, just all kinds of stuff that we don't see in our world today. You know, for a hot minute, there was this theme on social media going on about how the uber elite rich people harvest and eat mermaids. I didn't do any clips on it that I can remember, maybe one, and I just, you know, whatever. But mermaids, there is a clip I remember. Mermaids are kind of sketchy, scary, and I'm pretty sure this is just, you know, Mr. Dick's mind working. You know, the sirens that sing and hypnotize men and pull them into the water and all that kind of stuff. Pretty sure those are just what we consider mermaids. You know, I'm not an aficionado on the subject. But there was a guest on JRE one time. I'm going to show us a clip next, and he tells a story about being in Africa. I'm just setting it up a little bit. Here we go. Check it out.
See, because that seems like everything I see on your Joe Rogan podcast, people don't believe me.
Oh,
so
they don't
that's
believe
why.
you.
That's why because somebody told me not to mention mermaids. It's dumb.
Don't mention mermaids?
I saw a mermaid.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
In Seychelles, Africa.
You saw an actual mermaid?
That's what it was. It was a swimming person.
Really?
Yep. And
how long ago was this?
I don't know. Ask Will Sylvans. It was
You think there's like a small population of mermaids that are out there?
But anyway, me and this little French boy, and they said don't swim in the lagoon after dark. Everybody's up at the bar, and so everybody's gonna go down. Everybody's kind of racing now. So me and him go down. Me and him get in the water. From a distance, you see something coming like a fucking missile, but it's going fast, and we both kind of stop. And then it turns and it jumps out of the water. And it's maybe at least 10, 12 feet long, man. And it do like this, and it look at both of us and go, whoo. The water was only about this deep. Didn't make a splash or nothing. And then and me and him turn the fuck around. We running, and everybody's coming down there laughing, got their drinks in their hand. We're like, no, fuck that. And the little boy in French, and his mom is apologizing to me, saying he has a very vivid imagination. He said, no, bitch, listen. We saw a fish man, and it wasn't like a mermaid. Didn't look feminine at all.
Like a man.
A fucking man.
Really?
A fucking dude who said, get the fuck out the pool. Basically, he was like, do you know Aquaman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did it look like
go,
a
hey,
fish
get out
person?
the water.
Did it look like a fish person or did it look like a human being?
Came out.
Did it have
this.
scales?
It was kind of dark.
Dark like a dolphin?
No, but he had, the back of him was fish. The back of him was fish. His head was humanoid, eyes about so big. Then, if you Google it, the lagoons of Seychelles.
Okay.
And I ain't the first person to see some shit.
Really?
In them waters. And the guy who does the horseback riding, you know, you can ride horses. And he said, how old are you? And I told him, he said, you're from America. See, because that seems like everything I see on your Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah. I believe this story from this gentleman because you could tell, like his eyes witnessed this. Whatever it was, mermaiden, or whatever, he saw something. And I believe that little boy that was with him saw that too. Crazy. You know, they kind of glazed over it for a minute, but he said that, you know, fish creature didn't say any words with his mouth, but he could feel a communication saying, get out of the water, get away from here. Like a, you know, how they say the aliens sometimes, interdimensional beings, demons, whatever they are, communicate whenever they're in our presence. They don't use words, they use, you know, telepathy or whatever. Telepathy. Okay, let's go. I'll make it quick. Let's go. What in the hell? I have never seen this in my life.
Security has just told everybody to stop moving in the Atlanta airport. This is weird. We have no idea what's going on.
I know I'm getting out of there as soon as they say unfreeze.
This lady's still moving. She's about to get yelled at.
Right? She's probably hearing aids turned down or something.
Is it a threat?
I've never seen anything like this. I'm sure this is some security measure, but I've never witnessed, you know, something like this. Back in school, when we would be acting up in the cafeteria, you know, the vice principal, whatever, freeze everybody, because we would be throwing food or whatever. That's the only time that's what it reminded me of. What were they? What? All I know is if, like I said, if they were like freeze, the moment they say unfreeze or whatever, I'm not getting on my plane. I'm going to try to get a refund. No. What? Why? Strange. Let's go.
We have an interesting video coming out of Arizona, specifically the area of Sonoran National Monument.
Can I get one of these?
A couple of hikers came across something that looks like a secret lab or facility. It literally has a lock on one of the rocks where it should. This is weird. Take a look at this. Comment below. Tell me.
This is my dream, to have a hideout this cool. Look, man. The rock kind of looks fake too. And you can see some type of door or something in that crevice. Bro, how cool is that? Shout out to Paranormal Link. Myra Moore, paranormallink.com. Bro, and people have been using that. You can see all the key marks that have knocked off the paint that's supposed to camouflage it to make it look like the stone. Yeah, I'd be trying to pick that up. Okay, next.
I don't want to panic, everyone, but the sun is gearing up to absolutely batter us, bruv, right? Look at the state of this active region coming into view.
I was just talking about solar flares.
This is active region 4294, moving into frame, kind of getting ready to aim at Earth, and it is absolutely gigantic, mate, right? This is something that we haven't really seen, rarely ever. This is ridiculous. So, in the past 24 hours, Airbus grounded 5,000 planes due to a software malfunction from solar activity on the eve of the supercharged sunspots about to begin to barrage Earth, right? And this is Earth for scale in just a moment that I will show you, and this is going to be something. Look at it. What is... Bruv, come on, please. We may end up having another Carrington event. I mean, it's always on the cards, but this thing turning into view is going to blast us, mate. So your brain and your head might fizzle a little bit. You might get some weird night's sleep, mate. Feel a bit rested because we're in the firing line, man, and she's not taking any prisoners. We're going to have some beautiful auroras, a Carrington event, or we're going to be deep fried, bro. I mean, like, cooked, mate. Absolutely fried, cooked, burnt to a crisp, stuck to the side of a pan, bro. I don't want to panic, everyone, but the sun is...
Alright. Out of all the Mother Nature events that could change our life forever, this is where I put all my cards. For some reason, I just feel it. If you do your research, you'll understand a little bit more. He mentioned the Carrington event. If you don't know what that is, that was back in the day when the only electronics that we really had, because we're talking about the Old West days, were the telegraph lines. And the Carrington event was a coronal mass ejection that fried every single one of them. Some of them caught on fire. But nowadays, everything is electric. And so if one of these affects the earth in a similar manner, darkness ensues in so many different ways. If you want to inform yourself, I'll make a suggestion. I've suggested it before. YouTube. The gentleman's name is Ben Davidson, and it's Suspicious Observers. Yeah. Check it out. Check it out. I talk about it all the time, and broken record kind of stuff, but get in there. Get in there. Okay, next.
This is a live NASA
Watch
feed.
this.
And then it's been taking pictures of the ionosphere. Then it zooms on the North Pole. I don't know if it's auto tracking something. And then these come into sight.
What are those? Those aren't satellites.
Don't know what they are. And then it zooms in really close on one. Or no, my picture was. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Look like a black
This is
box
a live
with a
NASA feed.
circle on the top or something.
And then
I don't know.
it's been taking
Put it in the
pictures of
comments. What?
ionosphere, Then
What
it
is this?
zooms on the North Pole. I don't know if it's
And I mean, they're
auto-tracking something,
booking,
and
bro.
then
They
these
are
come into
flying.
sight.
Obviously, UAP something.
they
I don't
are,
think those
and
are
then
satellites.
zooms
I don't
in
know.
really
I'm not,
close
satellite specialist.
Or no, my
I just thought it was
picture was-
crazy.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
This is UFOs Around the World 2.0 on TikTok. Crazy. Okay,
This is a live-
rolling up. I debated on whether or not to put this up. That's Kate Beckinsale. I didn't know that was Kate Beckinsale because she doesn't look like the Kate Beckinsale I remember. That's a whole nother thing about Hollywood changing their faces. I haven't done a lot of videos on those, but those are coming. But she has this story that everyone is talking about. And like the last week or so, 4 or 5 days, she goes on Jimmy Kimmel and tells this story about her daughter's boyfriend laying eggs. You know, is that a euphemism for something? No. Watch this. What?
He laid 2 eggs in a week, is what the bright spot was.
Who did?
The boyfriend did.
He laid 2 eggs in a week. Is that a British thing?
Well, no,
I don't know. What does that mean, he's laid 2 eggs in a week?
Well, he said, I've laid an egg. And of course, I was like, okay, trying to pull focus on the cancer operation, you know. But it had a shell and a yolk.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
An egg came out of his body?
Yes, I'm not out of his mouth or ears. It came out the route that it would come out of a hen.
It came out his egg hole.
Well, not his vagina. Yeah. I mean, he went to the bathroom and then was very surprised to find that he had laid an egg.
Are you sure it wasn't one of his testicles?
I'm absolutely certain. And I get a text going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, he's done it again. And now he's really freaking out. And, you know, he's allergic to tree nuts. So we've had some emergencies, but this was more intense than the tree nut emergency, which is intense in itself because he gets a big face.
Do you believe him when he said this? Like,
well, I did because he was so scared. Like, he laid 2 eggs in a...
Yeah, I don't even know how to address that. Like, I have so many weird, obtrusive thoughts. Like, do you eat the egg? Ugh. I would have gone to the doctor before I passed the second one. I'm thinking, right away, I drop an egg into the toilet. Whether it breaks or not, I'll take a picture, and then I'm probably not gonna take an ambulance. I'm just gonna drive myself to the spot and go, yo. I just check it out. Oh my God. Is this real? Is this a joke? As far as I can tell, she's saying it as if we're supposed to believe it. And I don't know, man. It could be, you know, some type of advertisement for a new movie or something she's in. Who knows? But I just thought that was crazy. What are we doing out here? And what timeline have we stepped in that, you know, dudes now lay eggs? What's good? Okay, next.
This is a video of a mushroom making music. Check it out.
I like it.
They capture their bioelectrical signals and turn them into music and rhythms and beats.
Shout out to the young Professor One. That's who that is. This was put up on TikTok like a day ago. And it only has like, I don't know, 4 or 5 views, 2 comments. One of them is mine saying this should have 10 million views. I love it when because you know, mushrooms are a different thing than you think they are, than we think they are. I just think that's amazing. Why that? Super cool. Super cool. I want the whole album remixed with a DJ up on it. I'm just saying. All right, last one. Here we go.
Italians have been left confused after a glowing ring of lights was captured above a small town, with locals wondering if it's a sign from aliens or something more sinister. The UFO-like ring was spotted at the foot of the Italian Alps, giving off a red glow against the night sky. It only lasted for 1,000th of a second, but was captured by a local photographer, sparking speculation online. Some suggested the eerie lights could be a sign of aliens, while others wondered if it was the result of rockets or some sort of drone. Scientists say there is no reason to panic and that it was an ELF, a sudden burst of light in the Earth's upper atmosphere caused by powerful lightning strikes. They are an extremely rare phenomenon, but it's now happened twice over this particular town, leaving locals wondering if there's something in the air.
Okay. I thought that was strange because look at it one more time.
Italians have been left confused after a against the night.
And they said it happened like 1,000th of a second. That's awesome that they got a picture of it. And this is the second time it's happened. Supposedly it's from lightning strikes. Kind of looks like an aurora borealis effect. I don't know. Just thought it was rather strange. Never heard of them before, and they're supposed to be normal? Never. I had no idea. Okay, all right. That's it, everybody. It's Monday. It's the 1st of December. I have some plans for the upcoming next videos. We'll see what happens. I'm working on maybe doing some in-home fitness stuff because I'm always trying to get my scholarship on. And it's so freaking cold that I might just do my workouts from the house and maybe record them. Give you some advice, some things of that nature, because physical fitness is so key to success on multiple levels. But yeah, that's it. I really appreciate everybody. Much love for sure. But Dick got a dip. I'll see you on the flip. We at like 40 minutes right now anyway. Let me get my outro music fired up, please. Yeah, like I said, I'm planning on trying to put some more videos out. I've got a little more free time, little less movement around the house, so I'll be looking for some good stuff. And I'm just going to put it all on the same channel, man. Dictate the day. I'm going to do whatever it do, okay? All right. But yeah, Monday, I'm going to try to put up another one tomorrow. I'm going to try to do something every day this week, even if it's like brief and minuscule. And if you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate you. If you feel like subscribing, liking, sharing, it does nothing but help me out, and I really do appreciate it. With that being said, though, Dick on the dip. I'll see you on the flip. Take your day, and remember the best way to complete the task of taking your day, accomplish something truthfully successful. Spread your love. Share your knowledge. It's a perfect way to get it done. All right, everybody. I'll see y'all real soon, too. Okay, all right. Woo! It's good to be back. I missed everybody. If y'all are interested in the workout videos, put something in the comments. Let me know what you want to see. And especially if you're still watching the video, you're one of the OGs. I really do appreciate it.
I wish I could give you up, but you're my new favorite drug. Enter into my blood, run with my toxic love. Look how you make me happy.
All right, y'all. I love you. I will